Hello and welcome to the Office of Student Engagement's RSO Advisor training modules. Here, you will learn about requirements, tips, and tricks for advising a registered student organization at Western Michigan University. If you have any questions about the content covered in these training videos, please contact the Graduate Assistant for RSO Development at ose-rsodevelopment@wmich.edu. There are 7 modules total, and you will have 30 days to complete them. For accessibility questions, please contact Brad Kosiba at brad.m.kosiba, that's Kosiba, at wmich.edu. This is the Advisor Roles and Responsibilities module. So let's get started. Part 1. What does an advisor generally do? Advisors exist to provide support and guidance to registered student organizations, otherwise known as RSOs, and to the individual members of those organizations. Typically, advisors are selected based on their expertise in the field relevant to the specific student organization that they serve. Your knowledge, experience, and insight will be an invaluable resource to RSOs as they strive to achieve their organizational goals. Your RSO will look to you to help them navigate many different situations. To better support them, it is essential that you have a solid understanding of the policies that impact how they operate at WMU. The more comfortable you are with these policies, the easier it will be to connect the bureaucratic and operational dots for your RSO. It is also helpful to have a working knowledge of the resources on campus that are available for students should they need help with finances, physical health, mental health, identity issues, disabilities, and so on. It is important to remember that advisors are not supervisors. This distinction may be difficult to articulate and to navigate, but it is imperative that you keep this in mind during your interactions with students. As an advisor, your main role is to offer advice, insight, and help connect the dots, not to assume a directorial role and dictate the operations of the RSO. Below is a list of do's and don'ts associated with the advisor position. Do. Empower your students to make their own decisions. Establish meaningful relationships with the students. Rapport is a crucial component for successful advisor-advisee relationships. Do answer questions. Be inclusive of student identities and intersectionality and support them to the best of your ability. Educate your students on the importance of inclusivity and celebrate diversity. Familiarize yourself with the mission and constitution. Help the students to succeed, but also allow them to fail. Build them back up and help them learn from failure. Do be knowledgeable about and comply with federal, state, and local laws and ordinances as well as campus policies. Inform the group of pertinent policies. Help the organization through transitionary periods set up new leaders for success. Do be visible and available. Encourage constructive feedback and assessment. Allow for autonomy, but help when needed, as needed. Adjust your advisory style to the current needs of the students and RSO and understand that the RSO may evolve and have significant differences from year to year. Don't give all of the answers right away. Encourage your students to practice problem solving and critical thinking. Don't run the organizations and meetings. That's for your students to do. Don't allow your personal biases and opinions to influence the organization's goals and operations. Don't act in a discriminatory manner based on a person's race, ethnicity, religion, national origin, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, age, protected disability, veteran status, height, weight, or marital status. Do not act in an authoritarian manner. Don't stifle creativity or appropriate risk-taking. Don't be unavailable, unenergetic, unenthusiastic, or negative. And don't assume that the RSO will have the same dynamic and needs from year to year. How to improve as an advisor. No matter how many years you have under your belt as an advisor, there is always room to grow. But how does one continue to improve? Check out some of the suggestions listed below. Stay up to date on current events, research, or developments that are relevant to the organization you serve. Attend professional development opportunities provided by the university or local community. Dive into the literature on advisor theory and practice. Ask your RSO how you can improve your support. Stay up to date with evolving university policy regarding finances, events, and promotion. Stay in tune with the major obstacles facing college students today, such as mental health, political climate, personal and organizational finances, and burnout. Part 2. The Advisor-RSO Relationship. The relationship between yourself and the RSO that you advise will be unique and will directly impact the success of the RSO. Some RSOs will require and request a more hands-on approach, while others may simply want you to provide insight from time to time. In order for you to provide the best support to the organization that you advise, it is imperative that you mutually construct an understanding of the desired advisor-advisee relationship. In order to ensure that this conversation is had, that expectations are upheld, and that the advisor-advisee relationship remains positive and supportive, the Office of Student Engagement mandates the completion of the Advisor and RSO Expectations Agreement form. This form allows you and your advisees to outline expectations in a detailed manner and will serve as an accountability tool should either party fail to meet those expectations. Below are a few examples of the advisor's possible relationship to an RSO and the resulting impact on growth and development. The director role. In the director role, specific instructions are given by advisor to RSO, activities are heavily facilitated, the advisor is heavily responsible for the vision of the RSO, students are told exactly what to do, and there's little independence or ownership, and this results in low student learning. The coach role. In the coach role, the advisor continues to decide tasks and monitors them, but students execute the tasks. The advisor explains reasoning behind decisions and organizational procedures. The students are part of an RSO's progress and encourage the progress. This results in low-medium learning. The educator role. Advisors in the educator role will have students do most of the facilitating of tasks. Decision-making is by students, and that's what defines the RSO. This advisor encourages, provides information, and intervenes as needed. The advisor also supports RSO efforts. Problem solving is done by students, and the advisor offers guidance as needed. This results in medium-high student learning. The mentor role. An advisor in the mentor role will let students make decisions and the students will empower each other to do so. The advisor is present as needed or when asked. Students have full ownership over the RSO, its accomplishments, failures, and successes. Students engage in intentional problem solving, so the advisor is needed less for this role. Learning with you comes from reflection. This results in high student learning. The specifics of your relationship with your RSO may look different from other advisor-advisee relationships at Western, but the central and key purpose of advising remains the same across the board. Support your advisees and help them grow and learn and thrive during their time in the organization. Offer guidance and insight when you can. Lift them up when they fail. Help them turn their failures into future success. It may not always seem the case, but the relationship you form with your advisees can very well have a lasting impact on their future success at WMU and in their future lives.